Beloved brothers and sisters in faith, prepare your hearts, for something of heavenly origin is about to be revealed on January 14th, 2026. This will be an event that defies all human explanation, and will be announced in a way that astonishes many, leaving crowds confused and unsettled. It will be such a powerful sign that even those who deny faith will feel their certainty tremble beneath their feet. Yet those who keep an open mind will understand that nothing happens by chance, and will recognize the deep connection between this event and the signs given by the Virgin Mary. Our Lady has confirmed that this may be one of the final signs, a living confirmation of all that has been foretold, so the time of preparation is quickly running out. My children, do not turn away without listening to this message fully, so you may understand what is coming. I humbly ask that you help spread this call to reach more souls, so they do not fall into darkness, and so their loved ones may be protected. And above all, trust completely in the powerful hands of God. Lord, guide their lives. Amen. Let us move forward with attention and reverence, for a recent message from the Virgin Mary delivered to our sister Luz de Maria brought an unavoidable warning. With calm hearts and living hope, it is time to receive this message and reflect upon it. Born from deep prayer, it invites us to understand what has been revealed and how we are called to prepare. It was in the silence of prayer that the revelation was granted, announcing that on Wednesday, January 14th, 2026, a phenomenon unlike any ever seen before will occur, something beyond the capacity of the human mind and impossible to describe. The message leaves no room for doubt. All humanity will witness a sign, and many will feel fear. But those who live in faith and remain spiritually alert will understand its meaning. It is not a spectacle nor a coincidence, but a solemn call that shakes the soul and awakens a sleeping conscience. Though the night may seem heavy, a light of warning already rises on the horizon. Amid the turmoil, we must stand and remain vigilant. The time for preparation draws near. Do not let the noise of the world silence your inner prayer. Take a deep breath, place your hand over your heart, and present yourself before the sacred presence. To understand why such a sign may move people deeply and call them back, we only need to look at the course of grace throughout history, where supernatural events have always accompanied the apparitions of the Blessed Mother. Mary does not come to satisfy curiosity, but to make God present and guide humanity toward repentance. When a sign appears, the soul is moved, the conscience awakens, and prayer rises like a small flame that grows into a living fire. Heaven has never ceased to warn about what is to come, not to punish, but to correct, to prepare, and to save. This is why the calls to conversion, to pray the rosary, to fast, and to sincerely return to God are often accompanied by signs that resound as warnings, calling the faithful to stay watchful upon the walls. In light of this warning, do not close your hearts, but open the inner doors so that the light may reach even the forgotten corners of your soul. The manifestations of the Heavenly Mother, transmitted through the light of Mary, always repeat the same loving call: return to God. Hearts that listen grow stronger, and families that know how to kneel together find protection. It is not the clamor of the world that calls, but the gentle and firm voice of a mother who longs to rescue her children from the easy path. And when history enters a difficult stage, The signs do not come to cause panic, but to show the way back home. Within this flow of revelation now arises a decisive element, for this time the sign will not reach only a few, it will be directed to all nations. It will be seen by everyone without exception, from the most powerful to the most humble, from great cities to the most distant fields. It will not be hidden or reserved for a few, but will awaken the gaze of the entire world. Many will try to explain it, offering theories, and science will search for causes, but will not find a complete answer. Before this same sign, the human heart will reveal itself. Some will harden and reject the truth, but those who trust in the messages of the Virgin Mary will recognize in this event a direct warning from above, like a bell that rings at the precise moment to awaken humanity's conscience. And now, my beloved children, listen with open hearts to what I tell you, not to bring fear, but to awaken your faith. I am a mother, and like every loving mother, I cannot remain silent when I sense danger approaching. Evil is rising to confront you, a force that seeks to confuse your minds, harden your hearts, and destroy what is sacred in your lives. It does not only come from outside, but also tries to take root within you, fed by indifference, lack of love, and distance from God. Do not be deceived, my children. Evil does not always appear with a threatening face. It often disguises itself as comfort, pleasure without commitment, or small choices that gradually lead us away from truth. It enters homes when dialogue is lost, when forgiveness is refused, when love grows cold. It grows stronger when you stop trusting in God and rely only on your own strength. That is why I tell you, have faith. Faith is the light that dispels darkness before it spreads. Faith is the shield that protects you when the world tries to harm you. Do not let discouragement, despair, or rebellion rule your hearts. Remember, you are not alone. Heaven never abandons those who remain steadfast, even when everything around them seems to collapse. Seek God with sincerity, not only with words but with actions. Turn to the sacraments, for in them there is strength, healing, and renewal. Strengthen your homes through gestures of love, respect, and humility. A home where God is remembered becomes a fortress that evil cannot destroy. Where there is forgiveness, the enemy cannot remain. Where there is faith, it finds no space. My children, watch over your thoughts, your words, and your decisions. Evil grows in the silence of a sleeping conscience, but weakens when the soul stays awake. Be firm, even when it is difficult. Be faithful, even when the world invites you to give up. Every small act of love, every just decision, every sacrifice made for God is a silent victory over darkness. I am your mother, and a mother sees what many still cannot perceive. A time is coming, a time when evil advances with cunning, seeking to confront you, weaken you, and destroy all that God has carefully built in your lives. Yet I do not speak to paralyze you, but to awaken you. This evil does not always arrive as visible violence or immediate pain. It comes slowly, through the coldness of hearts, the loss of the sacred, the normalization of error, and the forgetting of God. It tries to convince you that faith is a burden, that truth is outdated, that love demands too much. In this way, many drift away without realizing it, until they find themselves empty and confused. My dear children, Keep this in your hearts. Evil gains strength only where faith grows weak and enters only where vigilance is lost. When you neglect your inner life, allow pride to speak louder than humility, or let forgiveness be replaced by resentment, you open doors that should remain closed. Be attentive to the small decisions of each day, for in them the direction of your soul is shaped. Strengthen your faith not only in times of suffering, but also in times of peace. It is easy to seek God when pain presses heavily, but faith matures and grows strong in persistence. Do not live a faith that fades with the moment, but one that sustains, guides, and transforms you. A faith shown in how you treat others, in how you speak, and in how you live within your home. The home, my children, is one of the places most desired by evil. When love grows cold, when respect is lost, and when God's presence is forgotten, disorder finds a place to enter. Protect your families through simple yet profound acts, sincere conversation, patience, daily forgiveness, and good example. A home founded on true values becomes a shelter of light amid the world's darkness. Do not let fear control you in the face of the signs of the times. Fear paralyzes, but faith strengthens. Remember, no darkness is greater than the light that comes from God. Even when evil rises with force, it will never have the final word over those who stand firm in truth. Victory does not belong to the noise of the world, but to the silent faithfulness of hearts that refuse to surrender. My children, guard your minds, for there is where the battle begins. Thoughts of discouragement, rebellion, and despair are seeds that, when nourished, grow and weaken the soul. Feed your mind with what uplifts, purifies, and draws you closer to God. An enlightened mind sustains a strong heart, and a strong heart cannot be destroyed. Walk with perseverance, even when the road feels long. Do not abandon faith, because the world mocks it. Do not forsake truth for acceptance. What seems like loss today will become strength tomorrow. What demands sacrifice today will bring peace in the future. God never abandons those who remain faithful, even in times of trial and misunderstanding. I walk with you every step of the way. Even when you cannot see me, I am present. Even when you feel weak, I hold you up. Trust. Evil may confront you, but it cannot destroy those rooted in God. Be light where there is darkness. Be hope where there is despair. Be love where hatred seeks to reign. Stay firm, my children. The times call for courage, discernment, and living faith. And those who persevere, even in the midst of storms, will know the peace the world cannot give and the victory that springs from faithfulness to God. My beloved children, come to me. Come without fear. Come as you are. I welcome you, cover you with my mantle, and protect you from the snares of evil that try to separate you from God. I do not speak harshly, but with the love of a mother who knows your pain, your falls, and your inner struggles. Many of you are tired, wounded, and confused, and that is why I call you insistently today. Do not walk alone. I see, my children, how many have gone astray and allowed themselves to be led down paths that lead to destruction. Sin has become common, disorder has been accepted, and many no longer realize how much their souls are growing weaker. Evil promises relief, pleasure, and freedom, but it brings emptiness, slavery, and sadness. It seduces, but then abandons. It charms, but then deeply wounds the heart. Do not think that your mistakes distance you from my love. On the contrary, it is precisely when you fall that you are most in need of care. I do not turn away from you because of sin. I come closer to help you rise again. However, you must recognize the wrong path and have the courage to change. There is no healing without truth, no freedom without decision. That is why I tell you, my children, seek conversion while there is still time. Conversion is not just a change in outward behavior, but allowing God to transform the heart. It means letting go of what destroys you, even when it hurts, even when it demands sacrifice. It is choosing light when darkness seems easier. It is saying no to sin and yes to the life God offers. Many have been lost because they stopped listening to the voice of conscience and began to listen only to the noise of the world. The world tells you that everything is permitted, that nothing has consequences, that God is distant. This is not true, my children. Every choice leaves a mark on the soul. Every step away from God weakens the spirit. But every return, no matter how small it seems, brings joy to heaven. Come to me, my children, and learn to trust again. Give me your weaknesses, your vices, your hidden sins, and your silent sorrows. I present them to my Son, who is infinite mercy. Do not harden your hearts or postpone your change. Time passes, and the soul must be cared for today, not tomorrow. Protect your homes through righteous living. Sin does not only destroy the one who commits it, it wounds entire families, breaks bonds, and spreads suffering. A converted heart transforms an entire home. A sincere decision to change opens doors of blessing that have long been closed. My children, do not grow accustomed to living far from God. Do not accept a life without peace as though it were normal. You were created for light, for love, for truth. Even if you have fallen many times, rise again. I extend my hand. I sustain you on the path of conversion. Come with your weary hearts, your wounded souls, your empty hands. I receive you without harsh questioning or condemnation, for I know every tear you have shed in silence and every battle you have fought away from the eyes of the world. I am a mother, and my love does not diminish when you fail, it becomes even more watchful. I protect you, my children, not because you are perfect, but because you are precious. Evil has entered many hearts, exploiting their weaknesses, promising quick relief while delivering slow destruction. Many have fallen, and many are lost in sins that wound the soul and darken the conscience. I see lives crumbling, relationships breaking apart, families growing weak, and hearts hardening under the weight of repeated mistakes. All this deeply wounds my motherly heart. Sin, my children, never comes alone. It carries the weight of guilt, inner emptiness, and the false belief that there is no way back. Evil whispers that the fall is final, that change is impossible, that God no longer listens. Do not believe it. That is one of the greatest lies sown into human hearts. As long as there is life, there is a way back. As long as there is conscience, there is a chance for conversion. With tenderness and truth, I tell you, seek conversion now. Do not wait until pain becomes unbearable. Do not wait to lose everything before understanding the value of what you were given. Conversion is not a punishment, it is a gift. It is the soul's return to its origin. It is allowing God to restore what sin has disordered. It is exchanging the slavery disguised as freedom for the true peace that only the love of God can offer. Many fear conversion because it requires letting go, leaving behind habits, relationships, and choices that seem to sustain life, but in truth consume it. I tell you, nothing that comes from God will ever destroy you. What He asks you to leave behind is only what prevents you from truly living. The pain of change is brief, the peace that flows from conversion is lasting. Look deeply within yourselves, my children, with honesty. Do not deceive or justify yourselves. Recognize where you have gone astray, where pride has spoken louder than humility, where pleasure has replaced truth, and where indifference has taken the place of love. This honest self-reflection is the first step toward healing. God does not reveal Himself to closed hearts, but pours Himself abundantly upon those who come before Him with humility. Protect your mind, for that is where the battle begins. Repeated thoughts become decisions. Constant decisions become paths. If you nourish your mind with what distances you from God, your heart will follow the same path. But if you choose the light, even through small gestures, evil loses ground. Conversion begins within, in silence, in the daily choice not to remain where destruction is already known. My children, do not overlook the value of your home. Sin that is not confronted grows and poisons the atmosphere, breeding conflict, cold silence, and deep wounds. A heart in conversion transforms everything around it. Where there was disorder, peace is born. Where there were shouts, dialogue begins. Where there was distance, love blooms again. I cover you with my mantle when you choose what is good, even if you stumble. Do not move away from me out of shame. Shame does not come from God, it comes from fear. God calls, restores, and lifts up. Evil accuses, oppresses, and paralyzes. Learn to recognize these voices. My voice leads you to life, even when it calls you to change. Come to me, my children, and learn to begin again. It does not matter how many times you have fallen, what matters is the decision to rise. Every step toward conversion is celebrated in heaven. Do not harden your heart. Time is precious, and the soul must be cared for with love and sincerity. I remain with you even when you do not perceive me. I protect you in times of struggle. I guide you when you decide to change. Trust. Whoever chooses conversion does not walk alone. Light always triumphs when the heart decides to leave darkness behind. And I, as a mother, will never stop calling you to life, to truth, and to the kind of love that does not destroy, but saves and restores. My beloved children, pray. Pray with humble and trusting hearts. I invite you to prayer not as a burden, but as a safe refuge in times of trial. When you pray, your soul is strengthened, your mind is enlightened, and evil loses ground. Prayer is the silent path by which God enters your life and heals what is wounded. Pray the Holy Rosary, my children, for within it lies a strength many do not understand, but heaven knows well. Each bead prayed with faith is a step out of darkness. The Rosary is not merely a repetition of words, it is a school of trust, perseverance, and surrender. As your hands move through the beads, your hearts learn to trust more in God and less in the illusions of the world. Evil fears sincere prayer, for it reveals the truth and breaks the invisible chains that bind the soul. When you stop praying, you become more vulnerable to confusion, temptation, and hasty decisions. But when you pray, even when you feel nothing, you are being protected. Prayer works even in silence, even when you do not see its immediate fruits. Pray for yourselves, my children, but also for your families. Many homes must once again be consecrated to peace, respect, and love. Where there is prayer, hatred cannot take root. Where there is prayer, division weakens. Where there is prayer, God finds space to act. A home sustained by prayer becomes a fortress against the evil that seeks to destroy what is sacred. The Holy Rosary places you on the right path, for it reminds you, mystery after mystery, of God's love revealed in my Son. It teaches you to accept God's will even in hardship, to remain firm in suffering, and to never lose hope amid trials. Those who pray learn to wait, to trust, and to discern before acting. My children, do not abandon prayer when you are tired, for it is precisely then that you need it most. Do not wait until you feel the desire to pray, pray with determination. True faith grows through perseverance, not emotion. Even a simple prayer said with sincerity can change paths that once seemed lost. Pray, my children, to be freed from visible evil and from hidden evil, the kind disguised as comfort, pride, or false freedom. Pray that your steps may be guided by light, not confusion. Pray that your hearts remain firm in truth, even when the world tries to pull you away from it. Pray the Holy Rosary, my children, for it is an invisible shield that surrounds you when storms arise. Many do not understand the power God has placed in this simple yet profound prayer. Each mystery meditated is a light kindled within the soul. Each bead prayed with faith closes doors that evil tries to open. The Rosary is a chain of grace that links heaven with your daily life. By praying the Rosary, you learn to walk step by step with my Son. You learn to trust when everything seems uncertain, to remain steadfast in pain, to wait when answers seem delayed. The Rosary teaches the heart patience, humility, and perseverance. It guides you back to the right path when your steps wander due to haste, pride, or spiritual weariness. My children, evil fears the Rosary because it dismantles its silent traps. Evil thrives where there is distraction, where there is no inner silence, where the soul lives restless and far from God. But when you pray, your heart grows still, your mind becomes clear, and truth becomes visible. Prayer gives you discernment, to recognize error before it becomes a habit, and to sense danger before it destroys you. Pray even when you do not feel like it. Pray even when it seems difficult. Pray even when your faith feels weak. Prayer does not depend on emotion, but on choice. It is through the faithful act of prayer that the soul grows strong, even without realizing it immediately. Many graces work silently, slowly transforming what once seemed impossible to change. Pray for your homes, my children. The home is one of the greatest spiritual battlegrounds. Where there is no prayer, dialogue fades, love grows cold, and division takes root. Where there is prayer, even amid hardship, a strength is born that sustains, heals, and rebuilds. A home that prays can endure trials without falling, for God dwells within it. Pray for your children, for your parents, for the distant ones, and for those who no longer believe. Many souls are lost not through malice, but through exhaustion and confusion. Prayer reaches where words cannot. The rosary prayed with love reaches hardened hearts, opens closed paths, and touches situations that seem hopeless. My children, do not underestimate simple prayer. Do not think that only beautiful or lengthy words are heard. God receives the sincere heart, even if its words are few. The rosary, even when prayed slowly or with distractions, is welcomed when there is a desire to remain faithful. Heaven looks at intention, not perfection. Pray to be protected from the evil that is visible and from the evil that hides in poor choices, negative thoughts, and lack of forgiveness. Evil tries to lead you astray little by little, making you believe that small wrongs are unimportant. Prayer keeps you alert, sensitive to the voice of conscience and to the light of God's Spirit. I am with you when you pray. I gather every prayer, every effort, every sincere attempt. Even when you think you are praying poorly, heaven welcomes your faithfulness. Do not abandon the rosary on good days, for it prepares you for the difficult ones. Do not abandon it on difficult days, for it is the hand that sustains you so you will not fall. Pray, my children, and you will be placed on the right path, not because life becomes easy, but because you will no longer walk without direction. Prayer will give you clarity amid confusion, peace amid restlessness, and strength amid weakness. Remain steadfast in prayer. Remain in the Holy Rosary, and your lives will be surrounded by God's protection, guided by His light, and shielded from every evil. I bless you, walk with you, and invite you never to let go of this weapon of love that heaven has entrusted to you. Pray, my children, and remain in the light. My beloved children, as evil rises, come to me. I do not call you to fear, but to refuge. I am a mother, and the heart of a mother feels when her children walk in danger. The light that God allows me to show you reveals a silent evil, a force that seeks not only to wound bodies, but to extinguish faith, confuse consciences, and harden hearts. This evil does not come from one place alone. It grows wherever love is forgotten and God is put aside. The world, my children, is sinking in sin and ruin because many no longer recognize truth. What was once called wrong is now seen as normal. What once wounded souls is now celebrated. And so, little by little, the human heart drifts from the light, sinking into a darkness that feels comfortable, but leads only to emptiness and loss of meaning. I see, my children, families falling apart, hearts growing cold, souls weary of fighting. I see many living without hope, trying to fill their emptiness with fleeting things that only God can satisfy. Sin has multiplied not only because of malice, but because of the absence of God, the neglect of prayer, and the abandonment of interior life. When God is forgotten, humanity loses itself. That is why I tell you, come to me when the world confuses you. Come to me. When the weight of destruction feels too heavy, come to me. I will lead you to the light that never deceives, to the truth that frees, to the love that does not destroy. In me, you will not find condemnation, but guidance. You will not find harshness, but firmness. You will not find illusion, but clarity. The light I reveal is not to accuse you, but to awaken you. There is still time, my children. There is still a way back. Heaven has not abandoned humanity, even when humanity turns its back on God. Every heart that chooses to return to the light weakens the forces of destruction that seek to dominate the world. Do not let sin become an accepted habit, nor destruction seem inevitable. What is repeated without repentance hardens the soul and closes the ears to God's voice. But a human heart, even when wounded, can remain open to grace. Change begins when you acknowledge that something must be transformed. My children, protect your souls with vigilance. Evil enters first through thoughts, then through decisions, and finally shapes one's way of life. Do not play with what separates you from God. Do not negotiate with error. True peace is not born from giving in to sin, but from faithfulness to truth. The world cries out for living witnesses of light, not empty words, but transformed lives. Every act of love, every sacrifice offered to God, every decision to remain in goodness, is a silent answer to the destruction advancing through the world. Light makes no noise, yet it triumphs. Come to me, my children, and learn to stand firm even in the midst of chaos. Do not allow yourselves to be poisoned by despair. Where many see an end, God prepares new beginnings. Where sin abounds, grace desires to act even more, if there are hearts willing to receive it. The world, my children, has sunk into sin because many have stopped listening to the voice of God. Conscience has been silenced, prayer forgotten, and truth replaced by temporary conveniences. I see souls that no longer distinguish good from evil, that justify wrongdoing to avoid change, that have grown used to the darkness out of fear of the light that calls for conversion. Thus, destruction spreads, not only in great events, but also within hearts. This evil does not act only through visible violence. It seeps in through indifference, coldness, and the loss of respect for life, family, and what is sacred. It teaches humanity to live without God, to rely only on itself, to seek pleasure without responsibility, and freedom without truth. And when the soul turns away from God, it becomes fragile, confused, and vulnerable to destruction. My children, I see the weariness of many of you. I see your anguish, your loneliness, the emptiness that nothing seems able to fill. I also see how many are trying to keep going while carrying open wounds, unconfessed sins, and pains not surrendered to God. The world offers distractions, but it offers no healing. It offers noise, but no peace. And so, it continues to sink deeper, because it has turned away from the source of life. Come to me, my children, for I lead you to the true light, the light that does not deceive, that does not promise what it cannot give. The light that reveals error, but also shows the path to restoration. Do not withdraw out of fear of facing your own truth. God does not reveal himself to humiliate, but to save. He does not point out the wound to condemn, but to heal. There is still time, my children. While this call resounds in your hearts, it is a sign that grace is still at work. Do not think that destruction has already triumphed. Evil makes noise, but light works in silence. Every heart that chooses conversion, every soul that decides to return to God, weakens the chain of sin that seeks to drag the world into the abyss. Do not conform to a world without God. Do not accept as normal what destroys the soul. Repeated sin hardens the heart and blinds it to truth. But a humble heart, even if wounded, can still be restored. No matter how far someone has strayed, there is always a way back for those who sincerely repent. My children, protect your souls with constant vigilance. Evil begins small, almost invisible, and grows when tolerated. What seems harmless today can become a prison tomorrow. That is why I ask you for discernment, inner silence, and prayer. Without God, humanity is lost. With God, even the greatest falls can become new beginnings. The world needs light, not a false or superficial light, but living witnesses, converted hearts, and lives that speak louder than words. Every act of faithfulness, every renunciation made for love of God, every choice of good is a direct response against the spreading destruction. Come to me, my children, when you feel weak. Come when you are confused. Come when sin tries to convince you that there is no way out. I lead you to my Son, who is mercy, truth, and life. In him there is forgiveness, strength, and purpose. Outside of him, all is scattered and lost. I remain with you in this time of trial. I do not abandon those who listen to this call and decide to change their lives. The light I offer you is stronger than any darkness. Remain within it, even when the world chooses darkness. And thus, even if the world sinks into sin and destruction, your souls will remain firm, protected, and sustained by the grace of God, walking toward the life that does not end.